average lifespan of a business that is reported in the S&P 500 is only 18 years. If you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're just starting a business, you've been in business for the last 5, 10, 15 years, this video is definitely for you.
Sold out service, and you know we've been working. We serving, we earning. The watches, it's hurting. Big heart, but it started with Chris. Seen a lot when it comes to this biz. Don't serve, don't earn. They gotta shift keys to be a capitalist.
The first cycle, the first stage of a business, guys, is going to be the launch. I see so many business owners who are launching a business. It's their first year. They're in year 2, year 3. They're frustrated because they don't understand the cycle they're in right now, the phase they're in, right? In that cycle, guys, you're launching, right? What's happening here? You've got here the cycle in your business here. You've got your cash and your profit. You're right here. You got no real sales. This orange line represents sales. You have no real true sales. You're just getting going. You're knocking on doors, looking for vendors, trying to find a way to survive. Your cash is in a deficit, right? You got no real profits. This phase here could last more than a year. It could be 6 months. It could be 2 years, even in some cases 3 years. Guys, in my business, I was in this phase. When I started my insurance agency, I was here for about the first year and a half, 2.5 years. 2.5 years, I'm in launch. Like, man, I'm just trying to find a profit, trying to find sales, trying to make some money in this business here. I'm happy I got out of that phase though. Phase 2 is growth. You gotta be patient to get here now, man. Once you're in this phase here, you're actually seeing a profit. You're making money, sales are increasing, cash flows increasing here. As you hear the chart starts to jump up here, maybe you're growing by 1,000%, 200%, 5,000%. This is the best stage for growth. You're small, you're not that big. So year-over-year growth should be more than just 10, 15, 20%. Your business is exploding at this phase. And what's happening here? You're increasing your profits. Cash is now a positive inflow for yourself, and your business is taking off. This is when you're hiring staff, you're expanding, you're growing your business. Here's the challenge for most people out there. They never make it to this phase. There's the phase 1, they can't get past the launch phase, and they're saying like, man, this business is not gonna work. And most businesses fail in the first 4 to 5 years. Why? Because they can't get past that. But if you can stay afloat those first couple of years, this is the glory years here of growth, expansion, business. Maybe you're gonna go public at some point in time. Maybe you're gonna get to a point to where you wanna mature and sell your business. But the challenge is this: how do you sustain this growth? How do you continue to grow and get better? I see so many people become content here at this phase. They're making money. The purpose is really just money. I believe the true purpose behind any successful business that has an infinite mindset, not finite, not 18 years, right, is to say, okay, how do I continue to grow, improve, give value to others to the point to where we can live past that average 18-year span? The third phase is the shakeout, guys. And the shakeout is a short-lived phase. In this phase, your sales start to decline a bit. They're still growing up, but they're not growing as fast as they were before. Now, this phase is something unique happens here. Your profits start to decline a bit, but cash is increasing because you're still making good sales here. But usually what happens is this phase is this. A competitor comes into the market. Maybe a competitor comes in, shaking things up a little bit for you. You have to increase your revenue. You have to increase your aggression in the market. If you do become content in this phase, this is a phase where most people start to go to a point of maturity too quickly and start to decline. The fourth stage is maturity. At this stage, man, the business is done well. Maybe the founder has retired. There's a new CEO around. Most of the founding members of the company aren't around anymore, or they're going to do different things. And sometimes what can happen at this stage is that we lose sight of where we're going. Because this is a very critical stage in your business. You're making money, you're profitable, you have a well-known brand in your community, in your nation, wherever you're doing, right? And what starts to happen is this. 2 things happen. You either have to grow and adapt, or in the next phase, you will start to decline. In this phase, cash is slowly decreasing, profits are decreasing, you have increased competition, you have to reinvent yourself. A good example is a company called Apple. Apple was doing very well for itself with the iPhone launch. They had the MacBook, all this good stuff. They introduced the iPad at a critical phase in their business and allowed their business to have a new segment to explode. So in your business, what can you do? How can you innovate? How do you reinvent yourself as a CEO, as a founder, as an owner, and say, man, I refuse that this business decline. I want to get to a point to where I can add a new line of business, a new mindset on what I'm doing to continue growth for my business. And the last phase is decline. At this point in time, you did not innovate. The business matured at a certain point and it peaked. And what starts to happen is sales start to decrease. I have a personal experience here. I worked at a company called Circuit City back in the day, right? I mentioned it in some of my videos. And at Circuit City, I got hired right around the time of maturity. Company's doing pretty good. Sales are decreasing a bit, but they've been around for 20 plus years. And then we saw a decline take place. Layoffs were happening, profits were decreasing, sales were decreasing. There was no innovation at the top. The leadership wasn't involved anymore. And eventually Circuit City went out of business. So how do you avoid this, man? You have to get to a point where you see a life cycle expansion. I mentioned it earlier about the iPad with Apple. What's your iPad? What's your new gadget? What's your new innovation? What are you going to do to change the trajectory for your business? Because if you don't change it, eventually sales will decrease. At this point in time, in most businesses, you either sell the business at a discounted rate because you didn't sell it at the peak when it had more profits. You're at a point now where you're saying, what's the next transition for me? In conclusion, like anything in life, self-awareness is everything. Where do you currently lie in these cycles in business? Are you in the beginning right now? Are you struggling? Are you surviving? Are you trying to make things work for you? Are you telling in your business and it's declining? Should you sell right now? It's so important as business owners to identify where you are and how do you maximize growth today. If you got value today, smash the subscribe button and comment in the comment section below. And do not forget to follow us on Instagram @SoldOutServant. Until next time, we'll see you soon.